Mr. Byrd backs everything up. So I told you we were taking this individual to court for some of the nonsense he's done against our company. And at the end of the day, like I said, everything goes full circle when you mess with a Christian. At the end of the day, things are not going to add up for you. Things are not going to go well for you. So I told you that we also too have now one of the charges we have against Crow is identity theft because he wanted to make a fake Instagram account posing as me. We found out about the account because one of our customers saw the account and addressed it. That's it. Look, this guy's in here posing to be you. This is the fake Instagram account that Crow made up that was posing as me using my name without my permission and posting nasty comments and saying nasty things about how I'm supposed to portray myself. So this is the page that my attorneys was able to obtain from Instagram, showing that this individual, like I said, at the end of the day, sneaky, dirty individual. This is all the evidence we're showing you down through time, including some text messages. Well, one text message, we got the other ones I can't show you this yet, but the other text message where me and Crow had a conversation on the phone. I was explaining to him that I would like to have my product. This is another incident we had to file another claim against him through PayPal due to the fact that he refused to ship out an item. And we got into an argument, not an argument, we got into a discussion like, look, man, I paid for this. You got to ship this item out. He's saying, I don't have to ship it out. So right here, this is identity theft. This is one of the other charges we have against him. My attorneys had access. They had this account right here. This is under the attorneys that we hired. And this is what we got this from a customer who sent this to us. This is Crow basically making a fake Instagram account about me and slandering my name right here. So from there, Jamie, that is, you got so many things that are gonna be hitting you, man. It's not even funny. Like I said, making up a fake Instagram account, and this is afterwards we extended an olive branch to help you out. Now, what I mean by olive branch is, at the time we were going to sue Jamie for the stuff he already did for slandering our company, trying to take our product down to Home Depot and get it made, stuff like that. Didn't realize that when this dummy tries to take our product down, recorded himself going to Home Depot trying to get the product made. Didn't realize that the container that you were holding, even though the paint was discontinued, the logo on the side of the container has a copyright attached to it. And that right there, these are where we're accumulating these lawsuits against them. So in this one, we had a customer came in and say, look, there's a fellow on Instagram posing to be you. This is the conversation right here. This is me coming into the room, telling him that you are violating my copyright right there from the door, infringements, my logo. You have to delete the account. This is me talking to Crow. This is the conversation in him with the fake account, basically claiming to be me. We screenshotted these conversations. In these conversations, he was calling people N-words. He was cursing them out, giving them death threats, and then pointing in this direction toward my residence. He said, if you had a problem with me, come and get me over here. There you go. There we got, man, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, man, you do some dumb stuff, man. But this is the stuff that we're outing you on. Doing dirty stuff to people. At the end of the day, this stuff comes back to bite you in the face. Comes back to bite you in the face. And you don't learn, man. You don't learn. You never freaking learn. Gave you fair warning. And I told you that you're gonna get some jail time out of this. You're definitely gonna get some jail time out of this. I would enjoy as much freedom as I possibly can at the end of the day, because you definitely are gonna get some jail time for this. Doing dumb stuff. I got a ton of evidence on this boy. Now, remember the first time I had to go file a complaint against him to get my item out of him because he refused to ship it. I got text messages. This ain't happened the first time. This happened before with Crow not wanting to send us our items because he refused to do it. And I'm going to show you a text message that backs it up. So much evidence on it. And you can sit there and say, well, you know, so at the end of the day, I can back up anything I say against you. You can't back up nothing against me. You don't have anything on me at all, period. But I can back up whatever I say. If I say that you're a scammer at the end of the day, you cheat, you steal from people, that you're a dishonest person, people shouldn't trust you at the end of the day, I can back it up. You can say whatever you say about me, but you have no evidence to back it up. So this right here is identity theft. That's another charge we have against you. Terroristic threats, identity theft. My lawyers have this right here. Yep. So I got this from a customer came in and said, hey, look, there's some weird activity popping up on Instagram. Somebody in there is claiming to be you. And sure enough, this is what we find. Crow in there using my logo without my permission. That's my copyrighted logo. Never gave you permission to use my logo in any way whatsoever. Copyright infringement right there, buddy boy. Got a couple of them on them. They never gave you my permission to use my logo in any way whatsoever. So you try to copy my identity, make a fake Instagram account, posted my copyrights multiple times on this account, posing to be me. Yeah. Dumb stuff. Like I said, at the end of the day, he's not a smart individual. Oh, you didn't think we had this information, did you? Oh, yes, we do. I told you, anytime I talk about something, I always back it up. You haven't learned that yet from me. So, goes and makes an account. That's like me going in and making an account about Coca-Cola or McDonald's and using their logo and saying things like, yeah, our burgers are made out of rats and stuff like that. And so you get sued for stuff like that. You can't go around doing stuff like that at the end of the day. They'll get you because a lawsuit filed against you. Man, he's just too easy. At the end of the day, he was just way too easy at the end of the day. So you can call it whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, I get you in a whine and cry in the courtroom too, aren't you? You sit in the courtroom and whine and cry about that for in the courtroom? That's not going to work, buddy. Not going to work at all. Some of the stuff I can't show you, like I said, because it's being used in court for evidence, but this stuff I can show you right now. Oh, so let me show you some stuff he's writing here. So bottom line, I come in the room and I explained to him, look, man, this is a copyrighted, but my copyright record, so and so and so, name and logo. You're not supposed to use that. You don't have my permission. This is me talking to him right now. Then right there, he says right there, you see right there, deleting comments that pointed out right there at the bottom. And this is Crow right here, using my copyrighted information. No problem without my permission. There he is right there again. All right. Now, let's go over here and show you the original page that was made without my permission. Oh, here's some other stuff right here. Here's him right there slandering my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And also too, like I said, saying that I showed you once that I couldn't follow instructions from YouTube to make the screen paint. Do you really think I could follow them from God? Bad thing to say, man. You want to slander, and that's why you're in the situation you're in right now. And again, using my logo without my permission. You have no right. I never gave you permission to use my logo at all, period. Never. For anything. You can't put my logo in with anything you write over top of or nothing. You can't use for anything because you never got permission to use that. Don't learn. This is why you do not do business with this individual at the end of the day. There you go. These are from our attorneys that were sent to you recently. Last year from Crystal Edge. We blocked out Crow's information right here so you don't see it. These are the attorneys that follow the cease and desist order for Crow. These are our attorneys that follow the cease and desist against Crow. You know why this was filed? So when we go to court and the judge says, hey, look, did you basically give him fair warning? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We sent him out paperwork telling him that he's continued to carry on. We would file a lawsuit against him. This is what this is for right here. To show you at the end of the day that if you go out and you continue on after we warned you not to do these things and continued on, you were going to get a lawsuit filed against you. So it shows that you were fully aware what was going on when you were carrying on and acting up the way you were. But yet you had this attorney in your backyard talking all this nonsense, and yet I haven't seen this attorney yet Yeah, we requested several times. So he had an attorney in his backyard. They were talking some nonsense about how I didn't have a case, and yet we requested the attorney's name, the address where the attorney was at, the law firm he was representing. Never got any information back on it. It disappeared because the attorney wasn't real. First of all, an attorney is not going to sit in the backyard and discuss a case. First thing, an attorney is going to have you come into his residency or his office and basically do the business from there. They're not going to do anything on a live stream. That's not going to happen. So that's what we know at the end of the day. All that was fake to begin with. All right, let's show you some other stuff from Jamie real quick. This is some stuff we can show you, other stuff we can't show you right here. These are the conversations that were going on back and forth. Let's see right there. This is the fake page that he made under my name using my logo. Again, copyright infringements, because I didn't give you permission to use my logo. I didn't give you any information to use my name or anything to make this page, which you designed. This is the kind of individual. Now, mind you, this is right after the time, or before we even sent the documents to him, that I was just sitting on camera, not suing this man because of his family and so forth, trying to avoid it. So we gave him an olive branch. So look, man, if you can mind your own business, stay to yourself, and don't say my name, don't talk about this, that, and the other, I won't file a lawsuit against you. All right? I'll cut you a break. No sooner than we do this for him, this is floating behind my back. That's why I said a snake. Circling around the box, trying to find an area to get out to cause more trouble. So no sooner than we give him the olive branch and tell him, look, if you mind your own business, this account is floating around that he designed after I give him the olive branch. That try to give him a break. So he's been given breaks over and over and over again. He just continues to do dumb stuff. Remember when I told you we had to follow an order with PayPal to get our money back? No, to get our item. Because we requested Crow to ship it out. And Crow says that we filed a complaint against him to get the money. No, it wasn't about the money. We wanted the item. But he had a certain amount of time to get the item out. He had 10 days to provide a tracking number, which he refused to. Let me go back here. See, it's right here. So this right here, no, it's in the other file. We got to go to the other file. Here it is right here. It's right here. This is a text message. This is a conversation that me and Crow had talking about an order that I had placed a while back, way before this order. And the same incident happened. He sat on the order and refused to ship it out. There's his area code right there. We blocked out half his number so you don't see it. But that's his area code right there, 626. And right here, the conversation we're having about the product, asking him whether or not he's going to ship it out. Comes back, says I'm crazy. I said, good day, Crow. He says, how can it, oh man, I can't stand the way this guy freaking writes. How can it if, good gracious, man. How can it if I don't ship it? Again, spelling is really freaking bad. So bottom line is, he's just telling us that, how can we get it if he doesn't ship it? How can it if I don't ship it? Man, you really need to talk to somebody about doing a better job with your spelling. Your spelling is really bad on how you word things out. It is really hard to read your stuff at the end of the day. So bottom line is, I'm asking when he's going to be shipping out a product, and he says, it should be how can I if I don't ship it out? That's pretty much what it be. But he writes, this is weird. How can if I don't ship it? So bottom line is, we're having this conversation about, look, man, we paid for this product. I expect to have it at my house at the end of the day. Can you ship it to us? And he said, you need some serious help in the beginning, seriously. And I said, I would do that if I was something order. So this is an order. And I told you at the end of the day that text message from Crow. I told you we got text messages, a lot of text messages. These are the ones we can show you. The rest of them are for trial. But this is one where I had a conversation with Crow. We ordered something from him and he refused to ship out the item. And I said, I wouldn't do that if I were you. The order was made live on YouTube. There were witnesses that saw the purchase right there. So keep in mind, 3 or 4 days went by. We didn't see our order. We didn't see any tracking numbers, no information. We're having a conversation with him. He's texting me back and forth. And I'm explaining to him, said, look, man, you're going to have to ship out the item. We have witnesses. We recorded the whole thing as we record all our ship outs now with Crow, because at the end of the day, like I said, he does dirty things. And in that conversation, in that text conversation with Crow, he states that he's not going to ship it. So how can I? if it, I can't stand, dude, please go to somebody and get some help because your writing is really bad. How can it, how can it if I don't ship it? So right there in the text message, he's telling me he's not going to ship it because, how can you get it at the end of the day if I don't ship it out to you? That's what I'm talking about. And that's why we had to go through PayPal. That's why we had to go file the claim against him. And that's why we explained to PayPal, we don't want the money, we want the item. And even though we made that statement, he still put the money back in the account. Like I said, everything I do is I back up. As for you and Crow, as for Crow and Partey, you guys, at the end of the day, you can say things about me, but you have nothing to back it up at the end of the day. So this is where we previously had to file a complaint against Crow to get money back on our account, not get money back, to get the item from him due to the fact, as I said before, he refused to ship it. And that's why we have something that says one in your favor. But that's not one in your favor. One here says one in your favor. One in your favor means at the end of the day that we won the case against him, as we did when he basically tried to scam us and give us black paint at the end of the day. Now we're giving you all these warnings up front because, like I said, it's not going to go well with you. Once the Cinemax reaches here, it is not going to go well for your product. Like I said, at the end of the day, if you feel that in any way that the tests weren't done correctly, you can always back it up with your product on the exact same instructions, exact same demonstrations that we just did. My paperwork's together. I've had to get all these together for the frames of the wall. We're doing the wall frame maybe today. I don't know how many different ones we have to get to do the wall frame downstairs. There's only quite a lot. We got 15. Okay, no, we got 15. 15 cancellations against them. So, and quite a lot from Partey. We got 3 from Partey. That's it. We're gonna get more of them. Now, to them, at the end of the day, they feel that we're crying and whining. No, at the end of the day, we're showing you potential evidence of you two being scammers, liars, cheats, just about every dirty, deceitful thing on the face of the planet. We can back it up that you guys are basically capable of doing and basically have done. Things that you do, that you sit there on camera and you smile in front of people's faces. You want to make yourself sound like you're these goody twos, you guys that don't get in any trouble, that bottom line, you do your products by the book and people should trust you at the end of the day. Crow, on the other hand, like I said, can't back his products. Right there in the middle of a chat, him himself just sat there and said, no, he's not going to back his product. Even suggesting that I do the demonstration on his product, which is your product at the end of the day. But yeah, we're going to do the demonstrations and we're going to ask you to back your product up along with the tests we're going to be doing every single day on your product to show your product doesn't work. But as I said before, the reason why we had to go in and file, this is the second time we had to go file claims against him. Usually he cancels the orders, and that's what we usually end up with. But this time, a few times we've ordered, he's actually sat on the order, refused to ship it out, and we have to go in and file a complaint against PayPal requesting for him to ship out the item. And everybody know how PayPal works. You got about 10 days. 10 days to ship out the item. I think 10 or so more days to ship the item to show a tracking number. We got our money back on our account faster than that. So if he sits there and says, oh, he's just requesting so and so and so, nope. Right here, we got a text message. This is from Crow. That's your area code, ain't it? Right there. That's you saying that you're not going to ship out the product. And we sat there and told you, we got witnesses that saw us make the transaction right there. So what do you say about that? What can you say about that? There's your area code. That's your phone number up there. I'm not posting your whole phone number because I don't do stuff like that. I don't post people's phone numbers. That's why we got it blacked out. So you can only see the area code only. A 626 area code is California. That's the same address you have on your YouTube account. So you're not a hard person to track at the end of the day. See right there, location. (626). Let me get rid of some of these files when you're here. Yeah, Crow, you're easy to track down, man. You're not a hard person to track down. If you say that area code doesn't match yours, guess what? Isn't this your place of rest? This is where you lay your head at, right? We know where you work at. We know all that information. But look at that right there. See that right there? Look at this, Crow. There's your text message right there. 626, right? That's a California area code right there. I got business ties in California. This is a text message right here. If you telling us we're talking to you, and this is you, hello Crow, at times for the day, you're telling me you're not going to ship out the package right there. How can I if I don't ship it? Right there. Yes, you're telling us you're not shipping out our package. And I hear me explain to you, I wouldn't do that if I were you. The order was made on live, YouTube. There were witnesses. We got Crow all day long. I told you. Text messages. And if you look up 626, what's the 626 area code? Let's look it up real quick. Let's go in and look up 626 area code. Here it is right here. 626 area code. When it comes up, guess what? That's the same place right there. That's on your YouTube account right there. It's California area code. The area where you live at, I got 12 contacts in that area right over there that I do business with on a daily basis. Right in that area. I've been in business for over 12 years. You think a business person been in business for over 12 years, he would have quite amount of a reach. I got a heavy reach. I got contacts in that area. People I associates I do business with. Right around the corner from your house. Not that far. That's why I know the areas, because I've been in that area a couple of times before. I know that area. I've been down there for business meetings back in the day. So I'm well aware of this area. Like I said, I've been in business way before you and Crow. I got a lot of contacts. And I know that area. The minute it popped up, I was like, oh, shoot, I know that area. I got business contacts down there. Yep. And that matches, that's a 626 area code. Same area code that we got here. Same area code that sits here and matches this address right there. See that right there? It comes up right over here. Now, mind you, some of the emails we got from him were threatening, racial slurs. We can't show you that because that's for court. That's all for court. But that's how easy we can link you that quick. You don't have anything on me like that. There's no text message of me ever sending you anything disrespectful, nasty, nothing. No emails, nothing. But we got them from you. We even pinged you and Parte's emails, and we know exactly where they're coming from. They come down in that location right there. And we ping them. That one you called me the N-word multiple times, yeah, we pinged them. They pop right down in that area right over there. Let me see. Gotta be real careful, man, on how you do things at the end of the day. I told you, if I come on here and I'm talking, Mr. Byrd can back it up. Let me show you something right here. I'll go over to Kenneth Byrd. Let's go up here for a minute. This right here, Crow, is identity theft. This is where you, again, That's my logo right there. So keep in mind, if you take an Instagram account and you take someone's logo and you stick it on that account and you pose to be them, number one, copyright infringement solved. You never got permission to use that logo, to use it for that. Number two, posing to be that person is identity theft. And that's what you did. Now, why in the world would I write something like that about myself at the end of the day? This is Crow's work. This is the kind of stuff he does. I'm going to show you, expose this guy and show you the kind of dirty stuff that he does on a day-to-day basis. Gets him on camera, plays the Karen role like he's the innocent, but this is the kind of dirty stuff that he does. My attorneys have this. Yes, and you know, when you have attorneys have people work with computers and all that stuff to track down stuff, to get information. They ping that bad boy. Guess where it popped up at? You just left a trail a mile long, man. A trail a mile long. Look, these are the conversations. I came into the account to telling him at the end of the day, look, buddy, that's my copyright. You're not touching, that's my name. You have the right so and so and so. This is Crow here carrying on the room, talking to people. Carrying on. Remember you said about the whole laughing about the whole crease and desist order? That's why I said you got to be careful, man. Stuff like that comes back to bite you in the face. So that was a joke too at the end of the day. You're laughing and carrying on about that too. You don't learn anything, man, at the end of the day. And this is after we gave this man an olive branch. Literally, I felt sorry for the guy. I felt real sorry for him. And I didn't want to see his family go through that nonsense. You know what I mean? It's a horrible thing. It is going to put a strain on your marriage like you have never seen before. Because that nonsense, because she's married to you, will carry on to her. She's going to get slammed with it too. But you laughed about this whole court thing. This is way back. Laughing about, crease and desist and stuff like that and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, right here, buddy. Right here. Filed against you right there. Yeah, you talked all that trash. I told you we were going to hit you. Now, we go to court, like I said, and the judge sits here and says, Mr. Byrd, did you try to warn this particular individual of these actions that were going to occur? Like, yeah. We filed paperwork. We sent to him. We hired an investigator. I know where you live at, buddy. I know where you work. I know everything about you. We hired that investigator to track down everything on you. That's how you got that paperwork. There's right there. There's the attorneys right there. When you sat in your backyard and you talked all that trash with that attorney, that fake attorney, we requested, my attorneys requested, we need to know his name. What law firm does he work for? Who does he represent? We'd like to speak to him. You never contacted us back. We never got that information at all, period. No attorney, and I deal with attorneys all day long. No attorney is going to sit in a backyard and discuss a soon-to-be case or could-be case and put his law firm in that line of fire at the end of the day, because that's basically going to tarnish the name of their company at the end of the day and discuss something like that. Nobody's going to do that at the end of the day. That's how we knew that was all fake. The same nonsense where Partate's walking around his backyard talking about canceled orders, and he has no documents to back it up. But yet, we got documents right here showing our attorneys. Where is your information at? Where's yours at? Show me a document, one document. You don't have them because you don't. Y'all lie all day. That's all y'all do. But here's a document right here. You can look it up for yourself. Where's yours? Can you show me your attorney's document? Can you have your attorney contact us so we can speak to him? No, because he's not real. He was just some guy in the backyard talking a whole lot of nonsense at the end of the day. A real attorney would have never been on camera. A real attorney would have brought you in, made an appointment. You would have came down and seen him. And you'd have talked to him from there. And he would have decided right there and there if he was going to take your case or not. And if he took your case, he would have signed those paperwork and you'd have been good to go. That's a real attorney. No attorney is going to sit in the backyard and have that conversation at the end of the day. Nobody. That's how I know that everything you do is a lie. But I asked him, I said, show me your documents, show it to me, and have the attorney contact us. We would like to talk to him. I would like to talk to him. I still want to talk to him. Have him contact us. Never. Have him contact. Mind you, we sent this out to Crow on July the 2nd of 2021, last year. And we still haven't heard anything from this so-called attorney he claims he had to have this conversation in the back. See, that's the problem. This stuff may work and with people that you're used to fooling at the end of the day, but I'm not the everyday Joe, man, at the end of the day. I have documents on top of documents to back everything up. I'll walk in the courtroom with a freaking lift full of documents on you, and you won't have one thing on me at the end of the day. This is Crow right here making a fake Instagram account about us, posing it as me, identity theft right from the door. And again, took my logo and put it here for this Instagram account to make this account. Copyright infringement laws right from the door. You had no permission to touch it or use it in any way whatsoever. And that's what the judge is going to ask you. Did Mr. Byrd give you permission to use his copyright? Yes or no? They don't want to hear, oh, he does this. They don't want to hear that at the end of the day. They want to hear yes or no. Did I give you permission to use that copyright? They don't want to hear, oh, he's a scammer. And no, they don't want to hear none of that. That's hearsay. Unless you got proof to back it up, it's hearsay. Yes or no? That's what my lawyer's going to ask you. Yes or no? And you're going to say no. You lost your lawsuit. That fast. Mr. Byrd, your copyright, is it registered with the U.S. federal government? Yes, it is. Can you show me proof? Here you go. You're done. Case is done that quick. That's how fast. You got sued for all that money that fast. That's the simple and plain. They're going to ask. That's as cut can be. Now, if I sit there and say, well, no, it's not actually technically, I got it. I sent it in the mail and I sent it back to me. Mr. Byrd, I'm sorry, but you don't have a case. Mr. Fernandez, you're free to go. So and so and so. Due to the fact that you don't have an official registered copyright. But I do have an official registered copyright. There you go. You can run your mouth all you want in there. They're going to like, no. The judge can shut you up like, no. Yes or no. Which one is it? Did you get permission? Did he give you permission to use the copyright? What you going to say? Can't say yes, because I didn't give you permission. That ain't going to work. And you're going to get yourself in more trouble. You're going to say no. And they're going to ask me, my paperwork on my end, the paperwork you have, is that legit? Can you show me proof of evidence? This is a registered copyright at the end of the day. And I can say, yes, to your honor. Here it is right here. These are my documents from this government, so and so and so, showing that to my paperwork. It's registered, so and so and so. I did not give him permission to use such so and so. All right. That's the end of it. What do you want? Whatever law you can maximum, lawyer's going to say, we want the maximum amount. That's what we want. The maximum amount. There you go. You're done. That's it. I've done this before. It ain't nothing new. I've done this before. There's no way out of it. So once you lose that, you're going to be hit with whatever we want, which means my lawyers are probably going to ask for $250,000 per copyright. And you're going to sit there and cry in court and says, I can't pay this. I don't have the money. They don't care if you don't have the money. That's the judgment. They don't care. You should have thought about that. And judge will sit there and tell you, you should have thought about that before you did what you did at the end of the day. You know the difference between right and wrong. You're a grown man. That's it. They're going to sign that paper off. That's going to be the end of it. Your attorney's going to tell you what you got to do. So that's the end of it. And when you're done, you're going to pay my lawyer fees. And my lawyers are expensive. They're going to send you the bill. You're paying for that. And you're going to pay for the court costs on top of that. Take your trip back home, and that's the end of it. We're done. That fast, that quick. That's how fast I'm going to clean your clock. There's the evidence right there, people. Never gave you permission. And I came in the room and talked to him and told him, gave him fair warning, delete this right now. And he didn't want to delete it. That's me talking to him right now. And that's Crow using my account without my permission. And that's where you were laughing right there, talking about how I'm going to get this crease and this order. You're laughing about like, oh, you're going to get this order, ha, ha, ha. This order, ha, ha, ha. This order, ha, ha, ha. We got the orders right here. Ain't no funny now, is it? See how that stuff come back to bite you in the butt? Talked all that trash in the room, talking about, oh, you're going to get an order. Look at them laughing about it. It's funny, ain't it? It's right here. Your address is right there. You lay your head at every day? Right there. There you go. Your clock gonna get clean, man. I'm telling you. I told you one thing about me. If I make it personal, it becomes personal. I told you at the end of the day to mind your own business. I told both of y'all. And Danny boy, if you want to go down that road, trust me, you can get a part of that too. I wouldn't mind taking that piece of land off your hands real quick. You want to play with me, you can get the horns at the end of the day. I warned you, both of y'all. As a matter of fact, the sad thing about this, what's sad about this the most with Crow, the saddest thing, right around the time before we didn't even know this even exists. Right around the time when I was talking on camera about suing him, taking court and suing him, I said, you know what? I don't want to see this man's family go through this at the end of the day. I tried to help you out, man. Even when you were slandering me every day, I was trying to be a Christian out of it all and trying to turn the other cheek and trying to basically say, okay, look, if we just mind your own business and stay to yourself and don't say anything about me, I won't sue you. And no sooner than I say that, this joker has this nonsense going on. Cursing people out, calling them N-words and all kinds of stuff, and inviting them to come to my property to deal with me at the end of the day. At the end of the day, somebody would have got shot at the end of the day. I told you, I'm licensed to carry. I'm very well trained. I don't play around with people. You walk across that line, I'm going to put a bullet in you at the end of the day. I don't play with people like that. You know, if, ands, but, who you are, whatever. You're getting laid down right there on the spot with no remorse. I got a neighborhood full of freaking police officers up and down. They all know me up and down this strip, who I am and what I'm about. And they know I carry. I walk around my sidearm from time to time. And they don't stop me and say, oh, so no, I got no favoritism over here. I put you right down in that, out of that driveway, no problem. I don't hesitate with that. I'll be back. Hey, what's going on? I try to be a real respectable person at the end of the day toward other people, and I really do. But at the end of the day, I'm not that person. I'm not that person who's going to sit there and cower over that nonsense. No, man, I grew up in some of the most nastiest neighborhoods in Philadelphia. And sometimes, man, I lie awake at night and I thank God that I survived all that. That I was able to survive all that ultra violence in those really nasty neighborhoods to make it here. But that does not change some of who I am. And at the end of the day, if any one of these people had walked up on my front, even camera would have picked you up. And I know everything in this neighborhood. The first thing I do anytime I drop in a neighborhood, I drop cameras in first. I know everything to go through, what cars to go through, everything. If anything in this neighborhood changes, I know it. And if someone crosses that line and you can't recognize who you are, you get a bullet in you at the end of the day. Now I know where to aim at. I'm trained. I intentionally will know where to put that bullet at the end of the day to make sure I can put you down as fast as possible until these proper authorities get here. And I ain't going to jail for it. See, I got a driveway. It's a rule. People don't stand out rules about weapons and where you live at. You don't have a driveway, there's a problem at the end of the day. And I learned some of these things the hard way. When you have a house, when you walk outside the house, the minute you step on the sidewalk, you're on city property right there from the door. Even though it says it's yours, at the end of the day, it's a gray area. It really is. It's yours, but it's not yours in the day. A police officer can stand on your sidewalk and you can tell them to move and you say, no, it's a city property, but if someone falls on your property, it's yours. The responsibility at the end of the day. That's how it works. But anyway, if you live in a house, you walk outside the door, boom, you're on city property that fast. But the minute you walk into someone's driveway, that's a whole nother story. That's why you can't park a car in front of someone's driveway. Because your car will get towed at the end of the day. But I can park a car in front of your house all day long and our car don't get towed. Unless you got a handicap sign out there, something saying that I can't be out there. It's the only way. But a driveway automatically from the door. If someone's out there, you can tell them, go move your car. They got to move that car. Got to go. But you can have that car towed. So the minute you cross over that driveway, you're now on my property, which means it gives me the right to use lethal force if I choose to. And I can put you down right out there with no problem. It may know, hey, how you doing? Boom, that's it. I don't waste time with people like that. I don't give you time to talk, speak, nothing. Because of the mentality and where I came from, a very extremely violent neighborhood where there was no time for talk. It was strict action, get it done over with, and go about your business. And the repercussions come later. You have to deal with that nonsense later on. That's where I grew up. That's how I grew up. Unfortunately, that's the life I had to live when I was coming up. But eventually, God blessed me to live out here in this nice neighborhood with these nice people. Every single day I get to, I learn something new about the people I'm living around. And you do dumb stuff like this. I have your address. I know you work at. I got people who are in your neck of the woods. I don't do stuff like that at the end of the day. I'm a professional. You don't do things like that to other people. I don't care who they are at the end of the day. But this is the kind of person that this person is at the end of the day. And this is why it's come down to take me to court. And even when I tried to extend an olive branch for you, man, I tried to help you out. Tried to. You do this dirty nonsense to me behind my back. Like I said, Jamie is a black snake in a box. Just going around in a circle, just trying to figure a way how to get out of that box. So you can just squeeze his way out and just cause even more trouble at the end of the day. That's what you are. And I can tell you, if I said that you violated my copyrights, boom, I can show you. You made a fake account, but boom, I can back that up. You can't back up anything on me. So I'm thankful that my Lord and Savior, at the end of the day, protects me from doing something that I, at the end of the day, will probably end up regretting. At the end of the day, I don't want to put a bullet in somebody's head or a bullet in someone's back at the end of the day. I don't want to be that person. I'm the kind of person that I live in my area, I mind my own business. Everybody knows me out here. I stay to myself. If somebody needs some help and they need some money, or the woman next door has some problem, financial issues, I found out about it. I put it on anonymous, little mail with little money in there to help her out with some few things. I'm that kind of person at the end of the day. I mind my own business, I stay to myself. But if you cross a line with me where you're trying to basically tear me down, I'm going to fight my ground no matter what. Don't think because I'm a Christian at the end of the day, I'm a freaking pushover, because I'm not. You and Parapete got the wrong person at the end of the day. You may be to push your stuff on other people and get away with it, but the day you stepped on Mr. Byrd's doorstep, you got the wrong person. At the end of the day, I tried to help you guys out. Mind your own business and leave me alone. We don't even know who the freak Partey was at the end of the day. Partey was one of your buddies that jumped on the bandwagon and started slamming me for no reason. You don't even know who the heck I am, man, at the end of the day. I never even heard of you before. But all of a sudden, you're coming at me with all this crazy stuff. Oh, he's a scammer. He's this, that, and the other. So now you got my attention. Now I shut you down. You're done. You can't even push out paint. You can't do this. You can't do. We got you locked. And now you, at the end of the day, still running your mouth, but we don't care. We already did what we had to do. We're moving on. We got things to do. But this dumb nonsense right here. Let me show you some more of this mess. So this is, like I said, guy copies. Anytime you use this, my logo, you don't have to alter and change someone's logo. Using their logo without their permission can get you in trouble too. If I make my Instagram page about McDonald's and I start a campaign about McDonald's food being rat meat or dog meat or even being human flesh at the end of the day, and I'm posing as a representative of McDonald's and I have no proof to back this up, lawsuit at the end of the day. Lawsuit just simply for just touching their freaking logo or their name at the end of the day. Slander, identity theft, all of it's right there. Good gracious, man, you're not a smart individual at the end of the day. You just give us tons of ammo. You can, like I said, you literally remind me of the movie National Lampoon Vacation, where Chevy Chase is going back to the same casino table and getting, the guy is dogging him out. He goes back and the guy beats him, goes back and the guy beats him. The guy says, look, I'm tired of this. How about this? How about we go out back, I'll take your money and I'll kick you in the private areas. Because pretty much that's where it was going. And he lost anyway. This is the dumb nonsense. We got to go through this. Look at this nonsense. Then you want to talk about my religion with God? Have you lost your freaking mind at the end of the day? Let me tell you something, man. If another Christian is doing wrong, and I'm not doing wrong, I do things the way I'm supposed to do things. I follow my Lord and Savior in the way I need to follow him, because I've already seen enough dirt and stuff, and I've already lived that other side of the fence already. I've been there and done it already. So I keep my life the way it's supposed to. I try to keep my life holy with the Lord as much as I possibly can. No, I'm not supposed to be doing videos on Sunday. I know this already. So I'm not that. But, like it's funny when people try to ridicule Christians all the time. You're supposed to know that. But I'm going to leave that alone. That's another story. I'm going to leave it alone. We're not going down that road. But anyway, so as I said before, you don't do that kind of nonsense. I know Christians that have done wrong things, but I'm going to tell them what they did was wrong, but I'm not going to come at them and judge them at the end of the day. That's not my job to do. That's between God and them. They got to deal with that. But I can tell them, look, man, what you're doing is wrong, so and so and so. You need to get back on the right track. But I'm never going to come down and judge them and do that, because that's the last thing you want to do. You don't have the right to judge anybody at the end of the day. But this nonsense right here, again, I didn't give you permission to use my copyrights at all. Now, at the end of the day, you may think that, okay, I'm slandering his religion. It's not hurting me at the end of the day. That's between you and God at the end of the day. That's who you got to deal with. You can sit there and go, oh, he's a fake Christian. At the end of the day, again, that's not going to bother me. As long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do with the Lord, that's all that matters. As long as I don't let the devil allow me to jump out and go off and so and so and so. But when you act like that, that's between you and God. This is why you're going through what you're going through right now. This is why you're being outed for what you are now. Whatever is in the dark comes out in the light. If I'm wrong, God is my witness. Expose me for the person I am. Expose me for all these things these people claim that I'm supposed to be at the end of the day. Let them show them at the end of the day that my product is fake and not real and everything I do is fake. Show me. And I guarantee my Lord will continue to bless my hand as he always done. I got technology downstairs that we haven't even had time to scratch the bottom floor on it. That's showing outstanding, amazing results. And still, we got 7 more coming in this week, right after that. These are far more advanced than Phantom technology, which we thought Phantom was the last, and apparently it's not now. So, and then you guys, on the other hand, can't back up your products at all, period. His website shut down. He can't open him. He's got an eBay account that doesn't even match up. YouTube accounts are not matching up correctly when you hit the links. Can't match your product to black and white paint. Can't prove exactly if you're not a scammer. You can't match your product to a tablecloth. Doesn't look like it's going too well. Going to go to court. You're going to lose everything you have at the end of the day. It's bad. It's really bad. And you might even get jail time out of it. There's proof right there. Made a fake Instagram account of me. Used my copyright, used my name, identity theft. Never gave the right different door, posing to be me. This is a customer who came in and saw the account and said, hey, there's a guy up there doing so and so and so against your account. You need to go check it out. Yeah. My customers know that wasn't me at the end of the day. Because they know I'm not that kind of person. Just like when you and Partey try to make the email seem like that was me at the end of the day. That was me who sent an email to Partey because I canceled orders on him. I canceled an order on him, and that was my reaction by cursing him out. To find out that no, that was Partey that sent the email because we had the actual email on the account. Not only did we have the actual email on the account, but the information that he posted at the bottom, his web address, we copy and paste it, it shows up at his website. All that stuff leads right back to you guys. When we sat there and I told you that, when I told you the first time we had to go file a complaint against Crow because Crow refused to ship out the order. And we went down and we got no email information, nothing from him, no text, nothing. No. And he says, no. He just wanted his money back. No, because you did this to us before. Everything, we've been this with Crow before. We ordered paint from Crow. Crow refused to ship it out. We had a conversation through text. There's a text message right there. This is a text message between me and Crow. I think it was probably not this year, probably last year, about a paint that I ordered from him, and I was requesting for him to ship it out, and this is his comment back. How can it if I don't ship it? Right there, admit he's not going to ship it out. And I sit there and said at the bottom, I wouldn't do that if I were you. We made the order on live on YouTube. There were witnesses that saw the purchase. That's why we basically stream all our purchases right there. And if you look at the area code, that's Crow's area code right over in California. It links up. 626 is a California area code. Come on, this one right here. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. 626. 626 area code. 622 area code. You know that area, don't you, Crow? We know that area. Right there. Matter of fact, the private investigator lives in that area. We hired one from California to track your whereabouts. So we can send that paperwork to you. So when the court date comes up, you get served, or either be at your job. You don't want to be at your job. Make sure it's at your home. You ever had one of these people come to your home before? Oh, they're relentless. They're definitely relentless. They're getting paid to serve, or they'll dock it right to the freaking front of your house. They'll do whatever they got to do, but you'll get that paper at the end of the day. They'll follow behind you, drive you in a car, anything. Yeah, they'll follow you every single day to give you that piece of paperwork. It gets serious. It gets real serious. You don't want them coming out to your job and giving embarrassing at your job. You don't want that because they'll tell you who they are. So that's the area code right there. Now, if he sits there and says, oh, no, that's not true. That's not my area. That's not where I'm at. So and so and so. Oh, but it is. Because you know why? Here's your eBay account right there. With your product. And at the bottom, right here, there it is, right there. Right there. Your location right there. California. That's how we know that the text message and all that stuff you were sending me with the racial slurs and all that stuff, death threats and stuff, we can't show you it. That's for court. All that links up right over to your account here. When we contact eBay, we can go through eBay. We can get records from them. Otherwise, we can go right to eBay, get the records, go to YouTube. Any place you've got a platform, we can get records linking everything together. And we did traces on your calls. I told you he was calling our house over and over and over again and hanging up and hanging up. Yeah, grown man, hanging up, calling the house, hanging up, hanging up. There's a record of every time you call someone's house. There's a record of it. They can do a trace where it comes from. You're calling on a landline. Dumb. At the end of the day, that's a traceable. You can trace somebody on a landline very easily. So that's what I'm telling you. That's why I told you we have evidence against Crow. If I tell you at the end of the day that we have this and we have that, we have it. Just like through the last couple of days, I've showed you detailed information on this individual. Even having a conversation with him on his chat and him sitting there telling you he's not going to do it. Now, as I said before, your Cinemax will be here on Thursday. If you decide to go on camera and say, hey, that's not my product, blah, 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 this is what you're going to have to do. Because you can't talk anymore. You got to back it up because you've done so much dirty stuff. We expose you for so much stuff. It's not even funny. What we need you to do is you're going to back up every single test we're going to do side by side. That's what you're going to do. And in your test, you're going to have to be able to show we're wrong. So when we take your product and we match it against black and white paint or primer or whatever we throw against it, you're going to have to do that demonstration too. You're going to have to make those ingredients live on camera so everybody can see it and announce the ingredients that you're putting in there so everybody can have the same thing and post it and put it against your Cinemax. Because we're going to do the same thing to your product. Because I'm not going to have that nonsense from you by you saying that, oh, it's not my product. It's not. If it's not your product at the end of the day, then you back it up. Then you do the exact same test demonstrations we do over here. If not, you don't want to do them at the end of the day, then guess what? It's your product at the end of the day. But if you feel it's not your product at the end of the day, then you back it up. I don't want to hear, oh, I'm not going to do it, or you do it for yourself, because literally that's what we got from him. You do it yourself. You're going to get it. You do it yourself. Poor excuse. But we do it ourselves. You don't want to do it yourself, but yet you want to be on camera crying and whining about, oh, that's not my product. That's something else, so and so and so. No, it's your product, buddy. And it's going to be on Thursday, and we're going to do all the tests that you refuse to do, and we're going to expose your product for what it is. And it's dumb nonsense about you talking about this product meaning to produce a contrast level. Oh, we're going to put it against your UV mix. That's what we're going to do. We're going to show you UV mix pulls a better contrast than the product you have there that you claim pulls this dark contrast equal to a black screen. Also, too, we're going to take you outside. And if you want, you can come outside with us, paint a screen outside. Let's see if you can pull a star field, as you said, equal to a black screen outside. Or if you can match black fabric or black vinyl or any of that. And we're going to put you against the Raven. You're going to put you against that tablecloth, too, also. So all we'll see. And like I said, on Crow's point of view, from him, he basically thought that he was going to come in, watch the review, and then criticize it. Don't work that way. If you feel that this is not your product, if you feel that your product doesn't perform this way, then guess what? You can follow all our demonstrations that we're going to do on the product, and you can back them up on your channel. And the first one is going to be making this black and white screen paint product that matches your YouTube video to the product you have, and you'll have to make that live. And the reason why I tell you it's just not going to happen, people, because if he sat there and said no, that he wasn't going to do the demonstrations to begin with, and this was involved in his Cinemax also too, that he had to do these test demonstrations, then he's not going to do it here. He can't back his product. Oh, I cannot wait. All right, people, I'm out of here. I am done for the day. I'm going to be working on invisible technology, which I cannot show you. But I'm sorry about that. Got to go. At the end of the day, you know what you're dealing with. Scammer and a thief at the end of the day. And that's all he is. All right, got to go.